Hey everybody, this is a clip from the latest episode of the Randi Rhodes Show. If you want the full episode, you can watch live on Free Speech TV, Dish Channel 9415, DirecTV 348, Sling, Roku, and Apple TV.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
We have communities, particularly communities of color and disadvantaged communities all over this country, who are suffering from environmental injustice. I assure you, I lived in Grosse Pointe. What happened in Flint would not have happened in Grosse Pointe. This is part of the dark underbelly of American society. The racism, the bigotry, and the entire conversation that we're having here tonight, if you think any of this wonkiness is going to deal with this dark psychic force of the collectivized hatred that this president is bringing up in this country, then I'm afraid that the Democrats are going to see some very dark days. We need to say it like it is. It's bigger than Flint. It's all over this country. It's particularly people of color. It's particularly people who do not have the money to fight back. And if the Democrats don't start saying it, then why would those people feel that they're there for us? And if those people don't feel it, they won't vote for us, and Donald Trump will win.
I see Howard Beale as a latter-day prophet, a magnificent messianic figure inveighing against the hypocrisies of our times, a strip Savonarola Monday through Friday that, I tell you, Frank, could just go through the roof. And I'm talking about a $6 cost per thousand show. I'm talking about $130,000 minutes. Do you want to figure out the revenues of a strip show that sells for $100,000 a minute? One show like that could pull this whole network right out of the hole. Now, Frank, it's being handed to us on a plate. Let's not blow it.
Christina! No wire hangers ever, Christina! I buy you beautiful dresses, and what do? You put them on wire hangers, Christina! That's who she is. She's Faye Dunaway. That's who she is. It's amazing. It's freaking amazing. Oh my God. She's like, whoa. I love her. She is just, listen, here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to just say this. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for in the primary. I never do. But this idea that we shouldn't be out there and look, Donald Trump won because he was outrageous. He was simple in his racism and his hatred and his ability to point at that one and say, that one is the responsible party for your lot in life, okay? It was a simple, straightforward, emotional message. Marianne Williamson and Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders all have that going for them, okay? It is a bold, awesome, so outrageous these ideas are that you just can't not, try them, like Medicare for all. It's a very bold idea. It's an awesome idea. It's big, and you just can't not try it, okay? And they need to be simple in their explanations and simple in the solutions for all the problems that ail us. And you know what? I got to say, Bernie, Marianne, Elizabeth Warren, who obviously deserves it. I mean, this woman is brilliant. But they need to stand on the little TV screen and they need to yell bullcrap. That's what they need to do. And these moderates will never yell bullcrap. I could just imagine Elizabeth Warren standing on stage with Donald Trump stalking her like he did Hillary Clinton, and Elizabeth Warren turning around and saying, "What the F are you doing? Get the hell away from me." See, that's what it would have taken. If Hillary Clinton would have said, F off, or you're creeping me out, or back off, or back the F off, or any of that, or said that word, there would be no contest. It would not be a contest. And so John Hu is out. Tim Ryan is out. I think Hickenlooper, maybe EPA. Maybe he should go to EPA. I don't know. Maybe he should go to Department of Labor. I mean, he's got gifts. He's got some good ideas there. Bullock, I don't know what Bullock's deal is. I know everybody likes him because he is the governor of a red state known as Montana, right? But this was his immigration comment.
The biggest problem right now that we have with immigration,
Yeah.
it's Donald Trump. He's using immigration to not only rip apart families, but rip apart this country. We can actually get to the point where we have both safe borders, where we have a path to citizenship, where we have opportunities for dreamers. And you don't have to decriminalize everything. What you have to do is have a president in there with the judgment and the decency to treat someone that comes to the border like one of our own.
Yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying, but, you know, Julian Castro is going to be on the stage tonight. You know, the interesting thing about last night was there was absolutely no minority presence, except unless you count women, right? But tonight, you're going to have Kamala Harris. You're going to have Julian Castro. Tonight, we have Cory Booker. We have Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard. So tonight, you're going to see some people who don't look like pasty white people. Let's just say that, okay? And so tonight you're going to hear stuff on immigration. Tonight you're going to hear a discussion that Marianne Williamson actually had, that Elizabeth Warren did great with it too. You know, she called out white supremacists.
How are you going to combat the rise of white supremacy?
We need to call out white supremacy for what it is, domestic terrorism, and it poses a threat to the United States of America. We live in a country now where the president is advancing environmental racism, economic racism, criminal justice racism, healthcare racism. The way we do better is to fight back and show something better.
Yeah, no, she did great. She did really well on it. She pointed out all the areas that are unequal in, you know, solutions or representation or even hearing somebody's voice. Marianne Williamson brought up the water issue. It's worse than Marianne Williamson told you. I mean, she was like, oh, North Carolina might become, you know, there are places in this country that actually the babies, the children, the toddlers, the 5-year-olds test worse for parts per deciliter of lead than Flint, which is disgusting. But St. Joseph, Missouri, those kids, 30% of those kids are testing positive for an overabundance of lead. Warren, Pennsylvania, also. Goat Island, Texas. South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg. There's pockets of Baltimore and Cleveland and Philly where 40% of the kids are testing positive for lead. The north side of Milwaukee, which is also, you know, a neighborhood of color. I used to live in Milwaukee. They have, you know, 11% of their kids testing positive for lead. And you know what lead does? Do you know what it does? It makes, it stops, it slows down the learning for young kids so that they can't process information. It does brain damage. It also then creates a lot of ADHD, hyperactivity disorders, and anger management issues. And what people are starting to understand about imbibing lead is that this causes later violence because the kids are super, super frustrated with their inability to learn, and it makes them unable to control anger. That's a lovely mix, isn't it? What do you think's going to happen? What do you think? So that was a real discussion. That's reality that people were exposed to last night. I know it's shocking. It's shocking. But I like the drama. I want the drama. I want the enthusiasm. I want the drama. I want the stories. I want it all. Although, don't tell me about your friend that you know who had a problem with their health insurance company, because everybody has a friend, and maybe I'm that friend. Do you know what I mean? It's like we all get it. We all know it. And, you know, for-profit insurance, it costs an arm and a leg, and that's what it's going to cost you, basically. Really. An arm and a leg, because insulin is, like, bizarrely expensive. It's just off the hook.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come.